So there was a moment, I looked in the mirror and I just thought, fucking hell, you've changed. Not in that proud, mature, silver fox kind of way, more like, where the hell did that bloke go? I wasn't the man I used to be. I'd slowed down, I'd piled on a bit of weight, I was weaker, recovery took forever, and the truth is, I'd lost my edge. And if you're watching this, maybe you felt that too. Like life just quietly stole your spark while you were busy keeping it all together. I used to be a Royal Marines Commando, rugby league player, endurance runner. I've run ultra marathons through jungles, deserts and frozen wastelands, places where most people wouldn't last a day. I thrived on challenge, on being sharp, on being capable. But then one day I woke up and it felt like all that resilience had leaked out. I'd stopped lifting weights like I used to, stopped sprinting and touch rugby, stopped pushing myself because I was getting older. And then it hit me. That's exactly how you become old. You stop doing the things that once made you feel alive. That's when I realised it wasn't just my body that was getting soft, it was my mindset. It started small. I'd get tired easier. I'd train one day and feel ruined for 3 days afterwards. I'd get ill and just couldn't shake it off. And after I got COVID, I just picked up this chronic fatigue syndrome which absolutely knocked me for shit. My body just wouldn't respond. I'd been the bloke who bounced back, tough as nails, but now it was like the lights were on but the generator couldn't keep up. And that broke me a bit. Because when your whole identity is built around being strong, fast, capable, and suddenly you're not, you start to question who the hell you even are anymore. I wasn't broken, I was just lost. But at the time, I didn't know that. One morning I caught my reflection and it just stopped me dead. The hair was thinning, eyes a bit hollow, shoulders rounded. The bloke staring back at me looked tired, not physically but spiritually. That was my moment. The one where I realised I'd lost my edge. I remember actually saying out loud, is this it? Is this what the rest of my life looks like? Because it's easier to think that once you hit your 40s or 50s, you've done the exciting bit. You just sort of coast. But deep down, I knew that wasn't true. I just didn't know how to start the climb back. Here's the truth, mate. We don't get old because our bodies fail. We get old because we start playing safe. We start protecting ourselves from life instead of participating in it. We stop sprinting because we might pull a hamstring. We stop sparring because we might get hurt. We stop lifting heavy because it's not worth the risk. But here's the problem. Comfort kills the man inside you long before age ever does. What I had to learn was that challenge is the cure. That doesn't mean reckless or being stupid. It means leaning back into the things that test you. Training again. Running again. Creating new goals. Making life hard, but on your terms. Because if you don't, the world will make it hard for you on its terms. And while all that's happening, let's be honest, the world's changed. Middle-aged men, we don't really have a place. You look at TV and film, blokes like us are either the punchline, the idiot henchman, or the washed-up dad who needs rescuing by his daughter. Even Indiana Jones got replaced by a woman kicking ass while he looked confused, and it gets in your head. You start to believe it, that you're past it, that your best days are behind you, but that's bollocks. The truth is, we've just got to start writing our own story again. Stop waiting for permission. Start carving out our own place in the world, one that actually fits who we are now. What I've learned through all this is simple. You find your tribe when you start showing up again. When you start radiating that energy that says, I'm here, I'm working on myself, I'm not done yet. You don't attract your people when you're hiding. You attract them when you start moving. So if you've been feeling a bit lost, a bit directionless, maybe even invisible in conversations, you're not broken. You've just stopped moving in awareness. Knowing exactly where you are right now. That's the first step back. So that's where I'm at. That's what started this whole journey. I'm not rolling over for a tummy tickle, and I'm challenging you to do the same. If you're feeling lost, like you don't fit in and the world is against you, and the world has changed, check out this video. It'll help you get going again. I'll explain how to actually take stock of where you are and start rebuilding a sense of direction, developing some respect and pride for yourself again. Because you can get your edge back. It's still there. It's just been dulled a bit. Start creating a life that has enough friction to forge a new edge. Sharp again, like when you was younger, but now with a whole lot more wisdom. See you in the next one. Remember, don't be a